What's up, Bears fans? Welcome back to another episode of Bear Down Uncut. I'm Zach Rimbos, the head editor and video producer for Bear Down. Today, I'm going to be talking to all of you about the draft and specifically a player I feel the Bears should have their eyes on in this draft, Kmet, tight end out of Notre Dame. Obviously, going into the season, a lot of people think that tight end is a positional need, and I agree. I feel like we don't have that talent specifically there going into this season. Jimmy Graham will be the number one tight end, I believe. We have a lot of tight ends on the roster right now, which I don't think will all make the cut. Horsted might still be on it. I'm not too sure about that one, but we did just re-sign J.P. Holtz. We picked up Demetrius Harris this offseason. Obviously, the addition of Jimmy Graham. And we still have Adam Shaheen on the team, so Lord knows what's going to happen with that. But a lot of things are going to be factored into this draft coming up on Friday, which is when the Bears are drafting. Obviously, since we don't have a first-round pick, there's a possibility of us trading down. People are debating whether or not it's even worth the reach to get somebody in the second round, especially a tight end. In my opinion, I think it's a good idea, and here's why. He's got raw talent. He's 6'6". He makes room down the field, and he's a threat over the middle. He's a good blocker. He has a little trouble defending, blocking players that are defending in the box. But he's very athletic. He played both baseball and football at Notre Dame. I've had people say that they don't think he's as versatile as other tight ends in the draft. I disagree. I think he's really athletic, and for his size, he's got really good speed. He ran a 4.7 at the combine. He's got a build almost exactly like Gronk, and yes, I know that probably turns off a lot of Bears fans right away, because obviously Shaheen is supposed to be quote-unquote baby Gronk for the Bears, and that did not work out, obviously. But Gronk ran a 4.68, and he weighed in at 258, and Kmet ran a 4.7 at the combine. He weighed in at 262, so very, very similar numbers. All around the board, including the fact that they have nearly the same wingspan, the same hand size, same weight. I think it'd be a great pickup for somebody who can go up and get the ball, somebody who can make room over the middle, even though they don't have a large burst of speed. But we talked about other tight ends. We talked about why Brycen Hopkins should be drafted by the Bears. He ran a 4.66 at the combine, and he's a lot smaller. So I don't know. He has similar numbers to Kmet, but I really, really like Kmet. He's almost guaranteed to be a starter in his first two seasons. I think that he dropped really, not late, but he dropped in this draft because of the huge wide receiver class there is. Otherwise, if the wide receiver class wasn't as big as it was, I honestly think he would be going first round. So why should the Bears draft a tight end early? Why not drop down and maybe try and rely on picking up Brycen Hopkins? I feel like Brycen Hopkins is almost kind of like that project player that we've been seeing. He has that potential. The NFL scouts at the combine graded him at being a backup or a special teamer, which I don't really agree with, but I like Kmet because he's got that talent, and you need somebody who can come into this team and can be a starter right away. I like the later round idea. I think it would be nice to add things to the team, depth pieces, but I honestly would go with Kmet here. He's been on my radar for such a long time. I'm not too big into college football, but I loved watching him at Notre Dame. Obviously, he's pretty close. He's from Lake Barrington, Illinois, so he's a hometown guy, and I love it. But if Jimmy Graham gets all the snaps, he's not going to be as much of a threat. So this is an opportunity for the Bears to fill the positional need and draft somebody who's NFL ready and can be a starter in his first two seasons. Having two tight ends who can spread the field and go up and get the ball. If Jimmy Graham is like his old self, then that duo could be deadly. So I really like it. I want the Bears to get Cole Kmet, tight end on Notre Dame. Let me know your thoughts. But that's pretty much it for this episode of Bear Down Uncut. I hope you enjoyed. As a side note, I'm very thankful being the editor and video producer for all of the great support we've been getting. All of us at Bear Down are so thrilled with how the website's doing, the YouTube, everything is doing great. So I'm sure you guys have been seeing in the amount of work that we've been putting in. It seems to all be paying off, all thanks to you guys. We have a lot more time now, obviously, but this is a bad time for a lot of people. So on a personal note, please stay safe, guys. Wash your hands. Keep the ones around you safe and healthy. But that's it for this one. Have a great one, and always bear down, Chicago. Peace.